you walk away. No, I'm in the war, I'm in the race, chasing the time. I've been meaning to find a way to face that I'm not in a what just every day, trying to keep my head above the waves, staying alive. And I don't mean to be the guy that wanna push you to the side. Another line, another lie, you know. So when I leave your shit on red and your own cycles in your head, baby, I'm just trying to stay the hate. Ooh, just stay alive. I'm not saying you died, you go. But it's something you got to know. Stay alive. It's just something you got to know. Now lately we popping on the edge, and I'm gonna regret some things I said. I don't want you to leave, so stay instead, and I pay the price. In the morning we'll both be good and gone, and the world will continue moving on. But I swear that there ain't no other one, just staying alive. And I don't mean to be the guy that wanna push you to the side. Another line, another lie, you know. So when I leave your shit on red and your only cycles in your head, baby, I'm just trying to stay ahead. Ooh, just stay alive. I'm not saying you died, you go. But it's something you got to know. Stay alive. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. It's just something you got to know. Just stay alive.
Hello! Oh, had a good 1 hour break. But it's time to get started. The final match of the semifinals week. It is Stoning Outlook versus T-T-Techno. Two extremely strong teams in their own right, facing off. Techno seeded 5, but they did upset last week against seed 4 in a rather close fashion. And I'm interested in how things will go down this week against a much stronger opponent. Because I have no idea about who's here, who's not here, and whatnot, but you know, the ball. First ban for Techno. Alright, that's SB being banned, of course. The most popular map to ban. And no more 2 getting banned. That's the speed map gone from Techno. So yeah, storyboard getting banned. No real surprises. One of the most common bans the teams will go for. The only really map that requires practice, heavy practice in the pool. But starting out, gonna go for no mod 2 ban. Sure, I guess this team technically maybe not that good on speed question mark, but yeah, if that's just what they want to go for, then go ahead. Techno, sorry, something other next to pick. Alright, that's a map we haven't seen. It's no mod 6. Really heavy tech and SV, your quote-unquote typical nifty map. It's a typical nifty map, but definitely not your typical map in general. Tons of weird snapping combined with heavy SV make this map almost pure visual, I would say. So yeah, first time we're seeing no mod 6. This will definitely be quite interesting, seeing no mod 6 picked by the... I mean, expected no mod 6 to be picked by the higher seeded team, but you know, this really is a question mark in terms of in terms of map, because it's a really niche map, I have to say. And yeah, just a real question mark when I mean, teams have generally, I feel like, have been avoiding this because number one, it's so hard, you don't know if you're gonna win. Number two, the skill set is also quite niche, so you really don't know how your opponents are gonna do or how you yourself are gonna do, maybe if you don't have enough communication within your team. But yeah, so others going straight for this. They show some confidence, so we'll see what they are cooking. Alright, fine. Let's get into number 6. Sky Shots, Tough SV, and a snapping map. 5 minutes long as well. A bit of intro. Some misses found by various players, such as Sode, Monkey Luffy, and Maziongo, finding misses at the very start, but these few thousand points probably isn't gonna matter that much. So yeah, beginning here, maybe tougher on the X side with some snapping changes. Coming out slightly hit, 40,000 points. Still an FC being held, or quote-unquote SV being held by all 4 players. Techno, however, suffering a little bit in the ag department. Actually, so they're down at 95, but here we head into the meat of things. And Monkey Luffy first to find a miss in this section. White finding misses as well. Yakisode as well, and yeah, throwing outlets starting to run away with it. My however, does find a miss. And yeah, Techno's finding misses to left, right, and center. Stoning outlet now garnering a 160,000 point lead. Tough to come back from this kind of deficit, especially on such a long map like this. Shamrin and Botch both holding insane accuracies. 99% FC for Shamrin. Botch finally gonna find a miss, but that's not gonna give Techno any opportunity really. yeah, out of the break, 200,000 points of lead, Stony Outlook. And yeah, no one really able to grab a hold of this map for the side of T-T-Techno. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll be winning this. 200,000 points right now, and we are barely 2/3 away. It feels like it's been forever, but we've got a third of the way left. Still one more hard part to go. I mean, now all eyes on Shamarin. If they can pull out this FC on Nomad 6. They've hit one hard part, surely you can hit the other, right? Heading into another Ki with all these tough snapping changes. Tech plus SV combo absolutely ruining Techno right now, but Shamarin is shining through. .96 and still increasing during this Ki. It feels less of whether he can FC and it's not if, but I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean, my mind is actually has an insane sporting score as well, 98.5%, 1,300 combo. I believe that was just one break near to the start. And yeah, that's an FC on Nomad 6. Stony Outlook. Gonna take this one. No real contest on this. Alright, Mod 4 getting picked, that's the gimmick map. Alright, Homarju feat Mari Morinaga odds. Our custom map from Solar Eclipse, no mod 4 gimmick. This one has a lot of tricks. you have bar line, barcode, yellow notes, yellow note distraction stuff. Of course, the ending as well. I feel like ending is a little bit harder than the rest of the map, where the constant sorts between normal notes and bar line can be quite tricky. But yeah, we'll see if Techno can prove their pick here on No Mod 4. You know, usually you want to go for one of the extremes. This is the easier of the fabled No Mod 4, No Mod 5 gimmick combo. So yeah, interesting that you don't go for like the extreme, go for the No Mod 4. But I guess this is kind of a toss-up map in the sense that it feels a little bit random, and it's definitely very chokeable, and maybe Techno are trying to play into that. Though I'm not sure that's a bunch of banjo shenanigans from YW. There it is, and yeah, scores practically even out of the intro. There is a lot of BPM changes in this map, which can definitely trip up players. Hopefully that's Banjo. I don't think that was Banjo from Loopy, however, and that miss. I mean, this map is quite short. There's not too much combo in this map. Maybe there is off of the sliders that we see right now, contributing a lot to score, but Yakisori is gonna find a bunch of misses, and that's gonna give the lead over back to Stony Outlet. And Biscuit as well finding miss on the slow down stream. But oh, Loopy and Maimai both finding miss on the tricolor stream. Yellow Note tripping them up. Now 20,000 points. Techno can pull this back, but it's gonna take a lot of effort. It's still 2 versus 2 in terms of SCs. Botch and Shaman holding on. YW Yukineko holding the fort and trying to pull this back. Ack not so good on the side of Stony Outlet, and Techno get a side advantage from that part, but Embiskit finds a miss. That's not a key combo gone, however, and there's still good combo on YW and Yukineko to go. If Botch and Shaman do hold on though, it's gonna be quite hard. This practically the last section here. Loopy's gonna find a bunch of misses. Botch as well breaking the FC. I do believe that should be Techno taking this No Mod 4. All comes down to the very ending. Yeah, that final gimmick can be quite difficult. And Botch doesn't quite miss on the ending gimmick, but it is past the ending. And a little bit of nerves. That's gonna cost Stony Outlet the point. Though it is not their pick, it's always nice to get a break point early on. Techno, however, with 2 FCs, YW 5-100. That's an impressive score for sure. So what would Stony Outlet cook up next? We do have some skill cap players, I do believe. So if they want to go for ECD, it does feel a bit iffy though. Let's see if they want to pick something funny. I think... oh, Hishichar. Okay, yeah, definitely Hishichar. is a pick for this team. So I was gonna say they could maybe pick anything. Alright, Bling Bang Bang Bong, 7-7 bootleg. Pretty much a stream HCHR, stream plus 1/6 HCHR. Yeah, HTHR, focus on the reading of the long streams with a bit of SV as well, chips up some players, especially with the HD in the map. Combined with some fast SV, this one is definitely not trivial. There is some weird rhythms as well that will for sure catch off players, but yeah. Stony Outlet's second pick HDHR should be, in theory, no problem for them. But I guess this map is, maybe compared to the pool, a little bit easier. It is more consistency. And, if you find chokes, there definitely is a way in for Techno on this map. That being said though, Stony Outlet, it's flickering left and right. But there's a bunch of misses on Sashika. That's gonna give Stony Outlet a hit start at the very start of this map, and they're also gonna find a bunch of misses. Make that a few misses, and that's a decent egg drop. And yeah, we're pretty much neck and neck. Stony Outlet does have the egg advantage, it seems, for now, which means that they'll be getting more score as the map goes on. So we do see some misses. That's Lupi finding much of misses. Yuki Neko also dropping the FC. And some weird rhythms here. Not gonna catch out anyone like we saw in the previous match. Or 2 matches back to be exact. But yeah, 20,000 points. Little calm section, but we have 1/3 of the map left. We'll see if Techno really can claw this back. We're gonna need some mistakes though. And the Japanese duo of Shamri and Maimai just seem too strong. Sashika finding a miss. The FCs are still holding on for Techno, but the act just cannot compare to those on the side of Stony Outlet. We reach the final streams. Maimai and Shamri holding on tight. And the Howard long chain miss! Oh, it flips over! 14,000 points! But 20,000 points is nothing. They could technically claw this back. But no mistakes being found inside of Techno. Yuki Neko finds a bunch of misses. It's close. I'm not sure if Ender's done. Oh, that's Techno with a breakpoint. Out of nowhere. A little bit unlucky from Stony Outlet. They barely lose it by 7,000 points. Oh my. Yeah, and they're just finding a little bit, a few too many mistakes and long chain miss, and that's just gonna give Techno a break point despite two really stellar FCs from Shamrin and My Mind. It's just, it's not enough. They lose by 7,000 points. um, okay, I was thinking of possible picks, and I mean, this catches me off guard. It's Fremont Sudden Death getting picked 4th, but I mean, if you put enough practice, why not, right? Fremont Sudden Death, it's a convert style map by Maycube. A lot of intentional throw parts. With, you know, pretty tough SV to read, all things considered. A lot of how to say it, like step SV, which, you know, you see in converts. A lot of bar lines to kind of just throw you off, and all those combined make this quite a nightmare to mod, but relatively simple no mod. But this being Seed 1 versus a kind of fake Seed 5, I do wonder what mods everyone wants to take here. Alright, Fremont Sudden Death. Hopefully everyone's in. Alright, there we go. That's the mod stats. 4 mods on the side of Stony Outlet and 3 mods on the side of Techno. And yeah, not a single Hishi or so looks like KK will be top scoring this map. Perhaps, maybe? I don't remember if he had finishes, but yeah. Alright, things still looking good, question mark? Did M-Biscuit miss? Oh, okay, I mean, Loopy just missed, and I don't know how to, like, I can't really pause it in my head, but I think Biscuit missed the first note. And okay, I mean, that's a real miss from Biscuit. For sure, so both Loopy and Biscuit are dead for sure. And that's a lot of misses actually. Stony Outlet able to pick up a pretty decent score lead already. Not sure if anyone's skipping finishes, but okay, definitely some people skipped that one. But yeah, 50,000 leads opening up towards the side of Stony Outlet. They do have a mod advantage, I guess. And of course, a little bit of an egg advantage as well. Biscuit finding a few misses in their first KI, and it's not looking so good for Techno on their own pick here. Yeah, 4v99 right now for Stony Outlet on an OD8 map, and the best eggs are on the headshot players. So, I mean, that's something. Techno side, besides Biscuits, early misses. I mean, the other two are still holding combo, but right now it's just the egg game. Things still pretty chill for now. But we are heading into our third KI. Here we go. Here the SV does get a bit more complicated. And it does give more opportunities for players to miss. As we see Bot finding a miss, but Shamri and My Mind still holding on. And Techno don't exactly have a way into this. 100,000 points is a big ask, and Shamrin, My Mind still holding on. Little bit of a memory thing left on HD. Everyone's gonna nail it. And yeah, I mean, pretty much winning off of what advantage and accuracy. Stony Outlet still looking good. Yeah, I need outro here. FC secured for Monkey Luffy, Yakisode, Waidabu. And on the other side, My Mind and Shamrin holding on. And that's a point for Stony Outlet, evening out the scores, 2 consecutive breakpoints. But yeah, that's a red win because they have more points. I mean, Techno probably had to find the 4-way there, especially with the mod disadvantage, and especially with really strong individual scores coming out from all the Stony Outlet players. Yeah, evening things out now. Yeah, Techno tried to gamble, kind of gimmicky pick, and got a bit unlucky. Stony Outlet able to even out the scores, 2 points each now. So a DT1 ban coming in. kind of makes sense. It's not really like, I mean, it's a very niche map, so I do think it's a bit hard to predict your opponent's scores, and I don't know if Stoning Outlet are confident enough to pick it. I mean, they technically should be, but I think we're gonna go ban DT1 just to be safe. Now Stoning Outlet's turn to ban. They're gonna go for a no mod 3 ban. Okay, I mean, sure, that's a kind of speedy pick gone as well. Now it's the speed tech 280 speed tech gone. Alright, HRDT getting picked. That's the OD12. OD12 map 132 plus DT, that makes it 197, 98. Alright. So your Camellia, old Camellia Vocaloid, odds of 1/4, 1/3, 1/6 in this map. Not necessarily all together, but Uh-oh. So, not sure if DC or what's going on, but we'll roll with this first. Scores are definitely gonna be wrong. Okay, real HRDT. Let's get started. Please. Alright, there we go. Everyone's in the map now. HRDT. So OD12. Stoning Outlet. Going for an interesting pick, but you know, if you have insanely good ag players, why not just go for this, right? Already 20,000 point lead just off of 100 alone for me. Yukineko finding his first miss. And I mean, this ag from Sting Outlet just looking already so good. 98 from Shamrin, 98 as well from Mai Mai, and Botch just about hitting 98. However, that is a miss from Mai Mai. But misses aren't really gonna matter if they can pull this off just out of ag alone. Sachika down at 95, and the rest of Techno struggling. I say struggling, but 97 and 96.5 just not quite enough at this caliber against a team like Stoning Outlet, against Mai Mai, Shamrin, and Botch right now. Ender's at 94, but it's not gonna matter. That miss probably not gonna matter too much as well. 60,000 points. I mean, this lead is kind of shrinking due to the combo difference, but I don't know. There's still a lot of time left in the map. Anything can really happen. after this point, but that is not gonna help Techno at all. 60,000 points down already, and Yukineko finds another miss. 2 FCs versus 3. My found a miss that I didn't quite catch. You know, I did definitely talk about it. Shaman also finding a miss. It's 1 S rank against 3, but it's still not enough. 50,000 points. That's gonna help though. Shaman finding yet another miss. YW also gonna pick the full combo, however, and this lead is not gonna budge. Still 50,000 points. Maybe a bit of strain getting to these players, and YW both finding misses, but doesn't seem like Techno have any real shot at this map. Stoning outlet. We'll be able to take this one. Pretty comfortably, I'd say. One S rank and a B rank versus 2 S ranks, and they still come out on top. It's just the X from the side of from the spawning scores inside of Stony Outlet really strong. The 97 and almost 99 from Mai. In fact, gonna top score the lobby Mai despite the misses. And yeah, Techno maybe with 4 full combos they can win, but yeah, that one's a bit tough. And we're gonna see HD2 get picked. Another extreme map getting picked here. One of the hardest picks this week probably. HD2, 140 ppm, offhand stream on HD. So SV as well. Though it is technically single tappable, I guess, if you wanna go that route. But Techno with enough confidence to pick this. Should be seeing who's here from Stony. Actually, I'm not sure who's here from Stony Outlet. Alright, Techno gonna swap out some players as well. It is the first HD, unless you're counting HDHR, I guess. But yeah. So I mean, the map really is a miss map, I'd say, instead of like techie, hard to act, slow HD. This one is really just like focus, try not to miss. Alright, so we see everyone in. I'm interested in how these players can do on HG2. I don't think we've seen this picked besides the 6 versus 7 match, and I do believe the seeds 1 to 5 are kind of like a higher tier than the the lower seeds. A bit unfortunate by this way it is. So we see first miss from Mai at the very start. little bit of weird patterns gonna catch them off. And Biscuit also finding a miss. So GFC3 for now. Yukineko also finding a miss. Oh, Loopy as well finding a miss. And Biscuit gonna trade it though. And Stony Outlet, out of all these trades, come out slightly ahead, 25,000 points. Oh, but Ender's also gonna find a bunch of misses. That's not gonna tank the score too much, however. I do believe Stony Outlet still holding really good accuracy, 99% for all players. And that's what's giving them the lead for now. Mbiscuit and Loopy trading each other though. And unfortunately, Mbiscuit may be struggling a little bit too much. Is gonna be the difference between these two teams right now, but all that preamble was for nothing if they can't play this Ki. Okay, not quite Ki. I like it's just longer patterns first, but nobody finding misses. We hit a 1-6 into long patterns. Ender finds a miss, and now the lead is flickering. Some hundreds being dropped by Ender's just gonna give this lead over. 8,000 points the lead. It's a long stream and nobody is finding a miss. Things are so clean from everyone. And Ender finds an additional miss that might be the final nail in the coffin. I do think Techno have got it, unless a chain miss happens and Biscuits find a miss. And the lead wavers slightly, but it's not enough. And with more misses at the very end, Sachika also gonna find a few misses, but Techno do come out of it. On the better side, I do believe they've won this pick. You can echo miss at the very end, but not gonna matter. Hishi2 goes the way of Techno. Yeah, I mean, Yakisode with SS, my mind with 2 misses, and 0-100s. I mean, it is really that kind of map, right? Where you do, you count one thing wrong, and you find 1 miss, 0-100s. You know, there's practically no rhythm needed at all in this map. Besides, I mean, I guess blue notes if you want to call that rhythm. But to these players of this high of a caliber, it's surely nothing. And then of course we do see an SS on HD2. Why not, right? Stony Outlet's turn to pick. You know, they said HRDT was not the one they wanted to go for. I don't know what else they want to go for, but we'll probably see it soon. If you want to go for skill cap, we could see easy DT. You know, they did pick Nomad 6, which is maybe you can call it skill cap. But I do think it's more like reading cap, if that's the thing. Might see... they can probably refer to last week's scores and stuff. Anyway, I mean, Stony Outlet surely feeling the heat. Alright, that's gonna be HR2 getting picked. Plus tech squeeze box pick. Let me kill. 220 times 1.2, that's 242 SV on Hard Rock. With some fast SV as well. Alright. HR2. Again, fast SV, so... What? Oh, okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, I mean, starting off immediate. Fast SV here. TI 1.1 times SV, so that's 242. You see Embiscuit finding a bunch of misses. Tanking the egg by quite a lot by Zabu, also finding a miss, and they're also finding a miss. But still pretty, the rest of the Stone Outlet players still looking pretty good. And jump scare, catching off a monkey, and Biscuit also finding a miss in this really high SV low density section. And yeah, things looking good for Stone Outlet for now. 100,000 points is pretty big, and one might even say uncomebackable. Obviously, Stone Outlet haven't really found any misses so far that would jeopardize this lead. Of course, still the SS being held by Botched over the Hitch 2015. Techno really suffering, not really suffering, but just Biscuit suffering through this HR2, unfortunately. And even outside of that, I mean, everyone's holding 99. So this is basically just another counting game, right? Instead, you're counting how many players can play HR2 from each team. And unfortunately, Biscuit just behind everyone else, and yeah, back into another Ki. I mean, over there still holding on to the SS. Question is whether he can keep it. Real slow section here. Is he caught before the storm though? We're heading to one last jump scare. Stashika will find a miss, and Biscuit as well, but it's not gonna change anything. I mean, he will find a miss at the very end. Spinner. And 100 from Bot Shamarin with FC as well. And yeah, comfortable lead there for Stony Outlet throughout the entire map. They will be able to close out the HR2. That'll be a 4-3. Oh, and that is definitely a pick. It's No Mod 5 coming out from Techno. So that's one more gimmickier map getting picked here. Alright, playing got Slow SV, Polyphia 137, BPM, Tech Map, combined with ultra slow SV. Let's see whether the players can stand the heat. Definitely the more complicated of the gimmick maps in the pool, I do have to say. Compared to Nomad 4, where we saw chokes mainly determine the outcome of the map, I do think this one is gonna come down a bit more to accuracy and general low SV, yeah, act, and just like try not to find those misses, especially when the very end, when it does get incredibly dense. You know, a little bit of intro to head into the slow SV. Well, slow SV plus SV, I guess. You see a first miss there from Sachika, a huge chain miss actually from Sachika. Botch, however, will be trading it. Ooh, but those misses from Sachika will tank the score by quite a lot. Y-Double also finding a bunch of misses. And Techno not looking so good. 100,000 points lead. Still, 3-way FC for Stony Outlet, My Mind, Shamrin, and Loopy all holding on. On their side, Yakisori and Biscuit also holding on to FCs to their own, but Y-Double and Sashika finding those misses. This score lead has grown to 200k already. Additional misses from Hidge will help, but this lead, one would say insurmountable perhaps. Sashika with another miss, trading Hitch. You know, went from 190 to 170k. Long stream here, My Man finds a miss, Sashika finding a miss as well. And I mean, that's one big combo on the side of Stony Outlet gone, but lead has barely shifted 10k, and another miss of Sachika isn't gonna help at all. And yeah, Overhitch finding more misses, but ooh, more misses from My Mind, however. I mean, this lead just not budging at all with these two stellar FCs from Shamrin and Loopy. And Biscuit also holding on to an FC, but unfortunately, Stony Outlet will nail this. That's 3 100s from Luffy on the slow SV pick. Okay. And that's a huge breakpoint. Yeah, Nomad 4, pick for Techno not quite going maybe the way they expected, and unfortunately, given how the picks and bans are, Stony Outlet now to pick and to close out the match as well. A lot of options here, Nomad 1, though I feel a little bit too RNG. They're gonna go for Heatro 1 instead. Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, final pick here, actually, I should mention, for Stony Outlet. And they're gonna go for Heatro 1. Yeah, I was gonna say number 1 a little bit too choky to perhaps pick with full confidence. H1 something that's much more consistent and a little bit less orangey. Starting out just looking to close it out right here, 6-3. Alright, Koloko Lundi, HR1. Let's see, can Techno steal 1 more point from Stoning Outlet? I mean, TB is not out of the question. But again, the Stoning Outlet team is so strong. Can Techno really get this? We'll find out. 150 BPM, 1.6 and 1.8. So some might call it a 300 BPM map, but you know, I guess just better generalize it as dump tech. Custom for another tournament, but we're gonna put it on Hard Rock here. Yeah, hard to act, but also kind of hard to hold the combo. And just like that, Waidabu and Masyonga, first 2 in the lobby to find a miss. And now the lead, more or less even. A little bit of egg drop, however, from Masyonga will give Techno the slight lead for now. 4,000 points. It's not gonna catch out anyone. Again, this lead, we are practically neck and neck right now. But now we're heading into the Ki. SV boost, the density boost, and we see Stony Outlet start to build a little bit of an egg lead. Waidabu does find a miss. And that gives Stony Outlet a bit of leeway now, 20,000 points. High 99s for Mai, Shamrin, and Botch. Techno as well with some good egg plays, but right now they're just kind of getting out-egged, and those misses from Waidabu as well. Put that into account, and that's a 40,000 lead for Stony Outlet at this midpoint section. Another half of the map to go. Oh, and that miss isn't gonna help either. Getting ready for the second Ki. Here we go. Waidabu opens with a miss, however. And things just not looking so good for the side of Techno. Stony Outlet have not found a miss besides that early one from Masyonga. Yet another miss from Waidabu, and unfortunately, I think this might be it. 75,000 points. It's not necessarily undoable, but against this kind of consistency, can you really call this back? Masyonga found a miss, Yukineko as well, and unfortunately, I don't see a way back in this for Techno. Stony Outlet with 3 FCs. Well, probably with 3 FCs, will be winning HR1 and taking this match 6-3. But let not this scoreline fool you, this match was close. Seven 100 from Botch, gonna top score the lobby, and Monkey the Luffy and Sachika as well with the FCs. And yeah, Techno able to get 3 points. It did really felt like it could have been a bit closer though. Maybe if the pick bands was different, we could have seen a 6-4. Tiebreaker also maybe doable. But yeah, that's Stony Outlet moving on in your winners bracket. Gonna be facing against the content team that's my home, or my home. I don't know. Meanwhile, Segak, sorry, not Segak, Techno gonna drop down and face Group Watchers. So that's a 5 versus 7 matchup in your losers bracket. As well as on the other side, we're gonna see C2 versus C4, that's Sega versus Fukuhasa. And I mean, these 4 teams are so stacked. And only one team will make it out into grand finals. I think it's gonna be crazy. Anyways, Map Push Showcase will be in about 22 hours, maybe 14 UTC tomorrow. Around there, hopefully. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, afternoon, night, whatever.